we stupidly waved and shouted, "Hi!" I feel like we would do that.
Oh, 1,000%.
Hey, girl!
Graveyards, am I right?
Welcome to Weirdos of Whimsy, a podcast where we will be discussing all things weird and...
You guessed it. Whimsical. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hi, Stevie.
We're back.
We're back. Let's call this season 2.
Season 2. I like it.
Season 2. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's been a minute since we said that.
It has been a minute.
Isn't that wild?
We've missed you so much.
We've missed you all. Please know that we've thought of you every single day.
It's seriously, every day we're like, we need to do this.
We need to do
again.
this. We need to do this.
get back into it.
Yeah. Before we get into today's episode, though, let's do a little bit of an update.
Yes. Updates are good.
Right?
We like updates.
What happened? Where did we go? Why did we just disappear without saying anything?
We apparently just did a, what is it called? Irish exit? French exit?
Is that what it is? Just left.
Just left.
Oh, yeah. With the whole thing about, like, if you stop saying goodbye to people at parties, you save, like, 3 years of your life.
So we were just saving a few years off of our life.
Exactly. So, sorry, but also thank you. we need to live longer.
I feel like you have the biggest news, so you should go first.
Oh, my gosh. Well... Sure. Okay. Part of the reason why we kind of disappeared was because, like, summer got crazy.
It got crazy.
Right?
It got very crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember what the last episode was. Was it ironically about Halloween? Was it
no?
Like my short...
I think the very last one we did was the Would You Rather episode, wasn't it? That we
filmed
at your
you were
place.
at my house. Did we release that?
Yeah, of course we did. Yeah. And ironically, the last episode we filmed was at your house as a. What would it have been?
I guess. What do you want to call it?
Like a
goodbye to my house, I guess.
Yeah, which we didn't know at the time.
Did not know. Had no idea.
I think, right?
You're absolutely right. Like, okay, so we're losing you. When Steven...
You don't need backstory.
Yeah,
right?
because we watched Merlin for the week. Mm-hmm. Not week, but like a couple days over the weekend.
Because...
Yeah, when was it?
We were... I forget what we were doing, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, you're away, and we filmed... We didn't film it.
No, we didn't.
Okay. We did this last
we're
episode.
Out of practice, guys.
This is really bad. Sorry. We did this last episode at my house, and I'm pretty sure the week after that happened, Kyle and I went to go look at this house completely randomly.
So random.
Like... Totally randomly. And this house is a house that we walk by every single day because it's on our dog walking loop.
Like literally, it's what 5 minutes down the road?
Not even. Yeah.
Not even.
Like actually, we mapped it out 900 meters away.
I love it.
So, long story short, people, which I'm doing a terrible job with.
We don't do short. Long story short doesn't exist.
No, it's so true. We bought it. We bought the house.
Woo-hoo!
We moved in. It's been a whirlwind of a summer. It was like very fast, but also took up so much time.
It did, but it was so fast.
It was so
that
fast.
happened so quickly.
From seeing the house to like walking by and saying to each other, that's interesting. It's still on the market. Mm-hmm. Because what I really like in a really creepy, whimsical way is it was I don't want to say abandoned. But it was
kinda
vacant for 5 months.
Yeah.
So all the kids in the neighborhood got really used to that being like the creepy abandoned house. And then we moved in.
And now the crazy witch lady has moved in.
It's so true. It is so true. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we moved in like the last few days of August.
Yeah.
Here's what's really interesting and whimsical.
Oh, hit me with it.
2014, August 29th, 2014.
Yeah.
Kyle and I took possession of our first house.
Okay.
August 29th, 2024, we took possession of this house.
Meant to be moments.
Isn't that wild?
I love that. I love that.
That's wild. Exactly 10 years. So thank you, old house, for being great for 10 years. And now whoever has it, and I hope they take good care of it.
Yep.
But let me tell you how weird it is, like, living in that close proximity.
Oh, I don't know if I could do it.
It's really strange.
Anytime we go back and visit the boys, they're in our old neighborhood in Guelph, and we drive by the Guelph house, and it's so weird seeing people living there.
It's so strange, especially like walking by slowly.
Yeah.
And like Mose will start to go up the driveway, and then
Mosey.
He's
Really like, what?
Yeah, he's like, isn't that home? The first time I did that with him, there was a car in the driveway, of course.
Has anyone actually moved in yet?
As I understand, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Apparently they took like a couple of weeks to like paint and do things, which like cool, good for them. I absolutely. But there was a car in the driveway when we walked by the first time, and there was someone leaning against their car in the driveway.
Okay.
And he went ballistic. Like,
well,
he
stranger in my house.
Yeah, he was so upset. He kept trying to like run up the driveway, and he was like barking, and he was so upset. And I was like, sorry. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But because this person's just like, what is this crazy dog doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like really concerned and so.
Oh, Mosey.
Yeah. So it's my fault, guys. It's totally my fault.
I'm blaming it on her too. It's all her fault.
Because there was like no time to do anything. But the great news is now we legit have a dedicated northern studio.
We do.
Because there's so much more space for activities.
So much more space. Mm-hmm. And in a true haunted house.
Okay.
But we'll get to that.
I completely forgot about that. Thank you. We need to circle back to that. So that's enough about me. What about you, Stephen?
Oh my goodness. Busiest summer ever, I think.
Very busy summer.
We did so much stuff.
You really did. I had to pencil in like, you were like, okay, in a month and a half, let's do this. I'm like, damn.
I know. I hate it. It's like we can't do anything. What's the word I'm looking for? Spontaneously. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so we did a bunch of camping trips. Somehow I convinced Dan, who hates camping.
Yes.
Tent camping.
Quick interjection here.
Yes.
I've always thought it was so funny whenever I was like, why don't you like camping? Why do you hate it so much? He's like, listen. My ancestors didn't bust their ass and come over here to make me sleep on the ground. And I'm like, fair enough.
Bougie bitch, man. But yeah, so we did 3 different camping weekends. So fun. Long weekends, 2 of which were at gay camping.
Love gay camping.
So I've mentioned this a few times, and people are like, what the fuck is gay camping? Mm-hmm. What makes it gay? I was like, let me tell you. So it's at a campground. Obviously. But it's like strictly just like gay men, bi men, trans men.
Yep.
But it's like just an inclusive space. Sometimes when you go to like the all-inclusive campgrounds, there's the douchey straight guys pounding back beers. Absolutely. And they make you feel like,
Sure.
I mean, as a gay man, I feel uncomfortable when they do some of that. So it's just this really awesome space to go. There's pools. They have a barn space that they turn into like a dance club. They do bingo there. They had like a little talent drag show type thing.
So fun.
Themed everything. You can tell it's run by the gays because the like landscaping is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And it's just like a great space to chill and relax and just like not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, no judgment.
Judgment free.
Yeah, I get it.
So we did that twice, which was phenomenal. I think we're going to make that a yearly thing.
Amazing.
Obsessed. Side note, we're tangenting already.
Let's go. Let's hit
it. So Aaron, Tony, and Joe, they've been before. And so these are our friends, our throuple friends.
We love them.
We love you guys. So they've been before, and they decided, I think it was the second time we went to gay camping. They wanted to make it super fun, get us out of our comfort zones, and just like do like a themed thing.
Yeah.
So we had, we each had, I'm getting excited about it again because it was so fun. We each brought 3 dares to the table.
Okay.
Put it in a hat, and then we all picked 3 dares we had to do during the weekend.
Amazing.
So much fun. And then they also did some extra things that you had to do to win. I mean, if anyone watches RuPaul, it was like the beautiful benefactress badges.
Oh, yes.
So you would get extra badges for doing something like the campground had outdoor showers. So like do an outdoor naked shower.
Ooh.
It's like semi-private, but it's still like, oh my God. Like, it was very much out of my comfort zone.
Sure. You don't just like walk around naked.
I mean, you can.
No, I mean you, Steven.
Oh, God, no. Oh. Absolutely not.
Are you like that guy from Arrested Development who showers in shorts?
I mean, even going to the one shower and walking from like where you leave your stuff to the shower stall, like I don't want to bring any clothes into the stall, but I'm like covering up. Like high school, the changing room, no, I never got naked, so it's very out of my comfort zone. But we did dares. We won these badges. They made it so much fun. So that was gay camping.
Awesome.
A lot of...
Best time ever.
Yeah.
A lot of gay, a lot of camping.
A lot of gay, a lot of camping. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Amazing.
And then the third camping we did was just at the Pinery, which is everyone knows about the Pinery.
I was supposed to go to that.
You were,
and, we
but your house
because
got
we
in the way.
moved. Yeah.
Which is fair.
Ooh,
But the Pinery is gorgeous and fun. It's the dunes. It's on the lake.
Amazing.
Oh,
next time.
Fantastic.
Next time, please invite us back. Please.
Absolutely. And then what else did I do? Montreal Pride.
Yeah, you were everywhere. You did so many things. Yeah, Montreal Pride. How was Montreal Pride?
Like, I think we've decided we might still do Toronto Pride here and there, but like Montreal Pride is going to be our annual thing.
Did we talk about how I went to Pride by myself this year?
Oh, no, we didn't. You did.
I did.
So I left Jacqueline high and dry. Normally we do Toronto Pride together.
And by the sounds of it, you're never going to do it with me again.
Sorry.
Which is completely fine. You know what? That's fine because here I am, a straight woman infiltrating Pride. So I love how dare I?
No, I love it.
But
ally.
Yes, exactly, ally.
We did camping instead of Toronto Pride, and you went alone.
Yes,
had a great time.
I had a great time. It was wonderful, but it was also like, I'm not gonna put it on blast. That's not true. This is not the organizers' fault by any means. But like being alone as a woman in downtown Toronto on any other day other than Pride, obviously, there's some anxiety that comes with it.
Yes.
Pride, never. Because it's a safe place. Everyone's happy. Everyone's loving.
Yes.
There's not, like the predatory. Well, let me tell you. This year, I don't know if it's because I was alone or words got out that women feel a lot more safe when they're at Pride.
Yeah.
Because, I've never been more hit on in my life.
Ugh, I hate it.
And, what?
Yeah.
And I don't just mean hey girl, you're hot, let's dance. No, I mean physically grabbing me, and
that is not cool.
That is not okay.
And I've heard a lot of straight guys are doing that now. They're going to gay bars and going to these places because they're like, oh, well, the girls are there. The chicks are there.
Chicks are there. I'm gonna bleh, disgusting.
Gross.
But aside from, I handled it. You know.
You are a kickboxing badass bitch, so they mess with the wrong girl.
Right? I have rage. I have anger issues. I'm a little psychotic. I'm mildly violent. So I
have rage.
I have rage. And let me tell you, I get asked a lot. This is a big... guys, I promise we're going to get into the episode, but this is a fun tangent. I get asked a lot as someone who, is in the martial arts. Mm-hmm. What's the best form of self-defense?
Yeah.
And my number one answer is act as crazy and rage-filled as you can.
Piss yourself, shit yourself.
Literally,
go crazy.
People are looking for yeah, you should come and please come and learn jujitsu with my gym. Absolutely. But my real answer is be insane.
Yeah.
Scream in tongues, just lose your mind.
Yeah.
There are now videos out there on TikTok where it's I'm gonna walk all crazy.
It's hilarious.
It's seriously a thing where just act as wild as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, Pride was fun. I had a great time. I met a lot of wonderful people. We had fun.
Yeah.
Lots of dancing.
Yeah.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
It just was wild to me.
Yeah.
That I was bombarded like that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, Montreal Pride was amazing.
Yeah, I'm so glad. That's great.
It was fantastic.
Right?
We did a few other things here and there. I'm blanking on those.
You celebrated your 1-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm, I can't believe it was already a year.
1 year. That's
insane. September 15th. Dan and I have been married a year. Together 11. Married a
1.
year.
Amazing.
Wild.
I actually, so when I moved and I hung up all of my clothes, I found, of course, I came across my bridesmaid dress from your wedding. So I put it on. Let me tell you, still gorgeous. Love that dress. But
You're a different woman now. Different woman.
It fell right off, party people.
Love
which
it.
leads me to, Stephen, you began a journey
Yes,
of working out.
I did.
Why don't you quickly tell us how that's been?
I'm what, like 3 weeks in?
Yes.
And it hasn't been as consistent as I wanted just because there was, a wedding thrown in there.
Yes. Congratulations, Tyson and Gordon.
Love you. They did like an amazing wedding. They had a getaway at a house that was kind of for our anniversary, not for our anniversary, but we used it as a getaway.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was amazing. We love you guys. Congrats.
Working out. We're circling back to
distracted by the gorgeous couple.
You were saying that because when you asked me about it, consistency is key.
Yes,
is
and
what I
told myself, I'm like, at least 3 times a week, potentially 4 if I throw like a yoga class or hot yoga in there.
Yeah.
So I've been like okay at it, besides taking the wedding week out.
Yeah.
I will say though, I hate the gym. It is not my comfort zone. I go in there, I feel overwhelmed, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just uncomfortable. I'm not a gym bro.
You really aren't. You really aren't. You really aren't. You're right. Neither am I. But
you're also good at not playing the part, but when you're with those people, you fit.
Sure.
You fit in. You're not a gym bro, but you
confidence is key.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have confidence.
Listen, act like you're supposed to be there.
True.
And everything else follows.
Yeah.
Right? I also just don't give a fuck what people think or say of me.
Right? I'm really starting to get to that point, so it's helping there for sure. But it's just not comfortable for me at the gym.
I get that. It'll come just with routine and consistently
Exactly.
going. And
it feels good.
Good.
It feels good to work out, to, get my pump on.
Yeah, get the pump. You're going to be so vascular.
Ooh, hot. Dan has been working out for months?
He looks
months
great.
and months. He looks fantastic.
He looks incredible. Yeah.
So,
well, keep letting us know, and party people, write in if you want to see footage of Stephen working out.
It is something to behold.
I seriously, I really, really want to do a you and me at the gym quick video series.
I love it.
I think that would be great.
I love it.
I think we would get picked up by Gymshark.
Oh, for sure.
All of the other influencers would be like, wow, where have you two been? Fun. Well, that's cool. Mm. Is there anything else that we
I feel like one other thing we need to talk about that we did yesterday.
Oh my God, that we're staring right at. Go, hit us with it.
So, Jacqueline, Dan, and myself, we went to the amazing Shar in London.
Shar Callan.
Shar Callan.
She's at Raven's Head Tattoo in downtown London.
And we got tattoos!
Tattoos! This was my second.
Yes. This was my third. And Dan's first.
Wild. We had been you and I had been talking about matching tattoos for a while. And it evolved.
It did for sure.
By the time, have you posted yours yet? I haven't.
No.
But you know what I realized is I sent the photo of you and me standing there, and you can kind of see yours.
Fair. That's fine though.
It wasn't a big reveal though.
No, I want to wait until the bandage comes off and the blood is gone.
Same. It's so bloody.
It's gory. I love it.
By the time this comes out though, I feel like we'll have posted it maybe Wednesday.
Potential.
So maybe we won't say what it is yet. I don't know.
No, I feel like we've talked about it too, though, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
I'm okay saying it.
Okay, go ahead.
So we got sheet ghosts tattoos, but amped up a little bit.
Yes, and same but different.
Same but different.
Shar used the word synchronization.
I love that.
And that's so exactly what it was. It went from let's get the same tattoo to let's do the same tattoo but with a different thing. Yes. And then to let's get these sheet ghost tattoos that are our personalities.
Yeah. I think the similarities are that they're sheet ghosts and that they're both wearing witch hats.
Yes, that is the beginning of where it is.
Yeah,
and I also love that yours is tall and slender and mine's short and fat, and that's me.
I love it. Yeah, but now you're tall and slender and gorgeous.
I'm tall,
short and fat.
Also, side note, I am obsessed with seeing these. What are they? Little baby hippos that are mudangs. What are they called? Oh my God.
So cute.
If I've ever identified with an animal, that is it.
I spit my tea everywhere.
That's it. Anyway,
I'm here for it.
So why don't you describe your tattoo?
So it's a sheet ghost and wearing a witch's hat It kind of looks like the Sorting Hat almost.
It's real. It's very.
It's wizardy, witchy hat.
Yeah.
It's like got vines surrounding it, and at the base, it's like an open book, and there's a black cat and a little orangey cat sitting in it in honor of my kitties, Keely and Osiris.
So perfect.
Figured it was perfect,
Yep.
and like the ivy surrounding it is like, you know, because I'm a green witch planty dad.
Hell yeah.
And I love him.
Yeah, it's super cute.
I love him.
Yeah. Mine is. I keep looking at it. I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. Who I am. Like, it's just this like weird,
it's very you.
whimsical, and weird.
Yeah.
Tattoo. Mine is a shorter little sheet ghost, kind of more bubbly on the end, holding, of course, a cupcake.
Of course.
Because that is my lifeblood, my essence. A vintagey little witch hat as well. Shorter, smoother, less wizard, and more like playful little like, oh, I'm on a little witch adventure. At the bottom of, let's call his feet, but no feet, Beetlejuice, no feet. Is a beautiful old candle, because candle magic witch, and a Ouija board planchette.
Love it.
Surrounding my little ghost, a couple freaking bats. As well as an homage to the stars that I already have on my body.
Cute.
So they're perfect. They're us.
They're perfect.
What we also did was get it in the same spot
the same
arm.
Yeah.
So we're very cute. Stay tuned for a collage of images of us showing that off.
Absolutely.
Several people have already been like, show us the tattoo, which is very cute. And I love that you guys are so invested.
Yeah. And then also,
yes,
Dan got...
Yes. Should we say what his is?
Yeah.
Is he
Why
gonna
not?
care? Okay, go for it.
It's Dan.
Okay, fair.
We're the only ones that are like, surprise, let's keep it a secret. Oh my God. So he got it on his bicep, which like his biceps are looking hot.
So hot.
So good.
Also, he's a champion for getting it there.
Oh, I know, right? Everyone was like, ooh, really?
Yeah.
So he got, like, it's a sketch, like a kind of like a rough sketch where there's like the rough sketch marks. How many times can I say rough sketch?
Lots of sketch.
Of a humpback whale.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
He is obsessed with whales. So he got it on his bicep. It looks amazing.
Stunning.
He was a champ.
Oh my God.
His first tattoo, he was very nervous and scared, but crushed it.
Crushed it. He did so well.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you, Shar. We absolutely love you. We are already planning more. We can't wait to come back. And she gave us a shout out. She gave Weirdos of Whimsy podcast a shout out, which is so sweet. So thank you so much. We love you. Woo. If you need any tattoos in the London area or would like to make the trip, please contact Shar Callan.
Yep.
At Raven's Head Tattoo, because she's delightful. Oh, wait, actually, I mean, I'm not giving out any secrets here. She's done soon because she's having another baby.
Baby.
So congratulations, Shar.
Woo, congrats.
Fun. Okay, what are we? I didn't start the timer. That's okay.
We're at 22 minutes.
Look at you. Perfect. Thank goodness.
22 minutes of life updates.
So there you go, party people. Hope we haven't lost you. But at the same time, you know, we needed to give that update.
We had to give it
We needed to give that update. So let's get into the episode. First episode of season 2.
Love it. Exciting.
Given that we are beginning spooky season, and literally, like, that's what this weekend was kick off the spooky season, because not only did we get spooky tattoos, but we also went to Spirit and spent so much money. So much money.
I mean, it was a lot.
It was a lot of money. Anyways, doesn't matter. It is our time, it is our season. Spirit only comes once a year.
Exactly.
So we are going to be dedicating the next 4 episodes through October to, of course, spooky things.
Spooky season. Had to.
Of course. So, first episode, we're going to talk about a couple of ghost stories. Some of them are going to be short. Some of them are going to be maybe you've never heard of. Some of them maybe you have. Some of them are also going to include some personal ones.
Love it.
So Stephen, would you like to go first?
Sure.
All right, hit me with it.
So the first one I found, it's actually from travelchannel.com.
We love Travel Channel.
Yeah. So they did like a little article of the scariest ghost stories from Reddit. Ooh. So I figured that'd be kind of fun. Sure. So these are allegedly true.
Yeah.
People have wrote in. Oh God, it's starting. What is English?
I written, yo.
So someone, all I want to say is written. Someone wrote
They wrote this in. Yeah.
This one is called The Walking Dead.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I love it. Okay. I feel like I have to do this like ASMR.
Okay, do it. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I feel like that will get old though.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll try and be as serious as well.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Do my dad has the best voice for like reading spooky stories to you.
Ooh.
It's just like a deep voice. I'll try to like channel that.
All right.
Okay. I'm a psychiatric nurse, and early in my career, I worked at a residential medical health facility. One of our residents was an elective mute, which means that he couldn't talk. But there were no medical reasons as to why. He had spoken earlier in his life, and in fact seemed quite normal back then, with the exception of being close to 7 feet tall.
What?
Mm-hmm. He'd been raised in the deep south and joined the military when he was 19. But one night, he vanished. He was declared AWOL, and eventually he was declared missing and dead. 10 years later, a 7-foot-tall man walked into a VA hospital emergency room in my part of the Midwest and said to the receptionist, "My name is Marion Duchesne, not the real name, and I've been dead for 10 years.
What?
Ooh. Those were the last words he ever spoke. He was covered with dust, and he was wearing the same clothes he'd been reported to be wearing the night he vanished. His social security number had not been used, and he had no identification on his person. However, they were able to identify him, I guess via fingerprints. The family was notified. This is where I find it hard to believe. The family was notified, but they said they had already grieved their lost man and that whomever was claiming to be him simply could not be. They demanded not to be contacted again.
Okay, I have feelings about that.
I get it, but we will talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Marion paced all day, every day, moving his mouth so it looked like talking or muttering, but no sound ever came out. He had an unnerving habit of throwing his head back with his mouth wide open, as if he were laughing heartily. But not even a breath could be heard.
That's terrifying.
Right? If I talked to him, he appeared to listen, periodically throwing his head back in that laughter-mimicking way of his. Oh, shivers, right?
Yes.
That'd be so scary. Various medications were tried, but they did not affect him, either positively nor negatively. Occupational therapy did nothing because Marion would just grin, and unless told to stay put, he'd get up and start pacing again. On my last day at that job, the last thing I saw was Marion, pacing in the parking lot, throwing his head back to laugh. Later, I wondered if all along I'd been dealing with a ghost. All these years later, I still don't know.
Whoa.
Isn't that kind of creepy?
That's creepy.
I thought that was a creepy one.
Because here's the thing. Even if this person was like a real person who walked in, obviously they're a real person, but you know what I'm saying? Like the level of creep factor. And then imagine being that family. 10 years later, someone calls like, yo, some guy just walked in saying it was your relative.
Okay, but here's my thing.
Yes.
So it's a 7-foot-tall man. They're saying he's wearing the same clothes. They've identified him somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't think I would be able to let that go. I would have to know.
I'd get my car. I'd get my car immediately and drive out there.
And go find, like,
yes.
I get grieving and, like, you know, getting over all of that. It's 10 years. You want to move on with your life. But, like...
And the other thing, too, like, maybe these people are like, no, this is an imposter. There's no way we know. Like, but that to me is so cold.
Yeah.
That's so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, creepy. Good story.
Right? I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay, so now I don't know what to start with. Should I start with my own one that happened in the house the other day? Should I do... Mine was not necessarily a written story, but, like, information about a place.
Which is fair.
Which one do you think I should do? House one?
Do the house one.
Okay. So, as our listeners know, my house from when I was growing up, like the two houses I grew up in, the first one, I think I was too young to really understand what I was seeing or experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, I was very aware, and it was very, very haunted. We had multiple ghosts, multiple things happen. Just as a quick recap, you know, my mom was hugged in the middle of the night. We had people sitting on the feet of our beds. There was that whole incident with me screaming at them about my math test.
Yes. Yes.
You know, drawers would open and close on their own. We had a ghost cat, blah, blah, blah. Like lots of stuff. People running up and down the stairs, walking around upstairs. So went from that amount of activity to nothing. Like in the last 10 years at the old house.
Yeah.
There was nothing. I think one time I messaged you and said, like, a curtain moved.
Didn't something fall in the little cubby in the basement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll share that story. So the only thing that Stephen has just reminded me, so clearly was not memorable, was in our crawl space. I went down to find something, but when I went down there, pieces of luggage that are typically completely tucked away and put in like a very specific place were right at the entrance of where you have to step down into the ground and then duck and then step down
like
farther.
There's no way they could have got there without someone moving them there,
physically picking it up and putting them there.
Like if it fell off the shelf, there's no way it rolled there.
No,
like
again, that's the thing, like it was standing up.
Yeah,
like just bizarre. So I actually remember being like, what the why would Kyle sorry Kyle my first instinct was to be like, why would he put this here?
Yeah,
like,
well, because really, what other explanation could it be?
Yeah, right? So I was like, this is completely in the way.
Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm like, clearly he just got lazy and like dropped them and left, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, no. I message him. He's like, no, I put them in their usual spot, which is like tucked up to the right and behind a bunch of boxes. But they were all rolled out in front of me. Mm. So like, that was really weird. That's the only thing that's ever happened that like still potentially could have.
Yeah.
Maybe it like, I have no idea. I can't even venture a guess, but whatever. Cut to this new house. Like 10 years, nothing but that. Cut to the new house. As I mentioned, it had been, essentially abandoned for 5 months. However, it's not an old home. It's as old as me.
Yeah.
37.
And you're haunted.
True. I am. That is a great point. So, hadn't felt anything. I spent the first weekend by myself there when we first moved in because Kyle was away. Like, nothing ever happened. The other day, literally 3 or 4 days ago, I'm in my office, which is downstairs. Yeah. I'm sitting forward in my chair with my hands clasped and my chin on my hands, and I'm reading an email, so it's silent. Mm-hmm. I'm not typing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there. And my dog is beside me, fast asleep, like snoring fast asleep. And I hear from upstairs, first of all, I said chain about 18 times.
So many times.
Now I've come to describe it as like if you had like a metallic mesh top.
She keeps saying metallic, and I'm like, chainmail.
It's a chainmail.
Chainmail.
It's chainmail top from like if you were a knight.
Yeah. And
you dropped it. It was this like very distinct like chink, like it's like falling on itself. It wasn't just like keys dropping or like it was like this light metal dropping and collapsing on itself. It was so loud and so clear. I whipped my head towards the door, which is exactly in line with where Mose was sleeping. So as I do that, he at the exact same time, like wakes up from his dead sleep.
Yeah.
Ears perked forward, staring out the door. And then he and I both, I wish it was filmed. He and I both looked at each other, which was hilarious
I love
to
that.
me. And I'm like, let's go. And we ran. Both of us ran up the stairs to the first floor, and I looked everywhere. I looked in the kitchen, like bathroom, bedroom, my walk-in closet thing, like dining room, living room. Nothing's on the floor. Nothing metal, nothing chain.
Yeah.
I don't have a bunch of knights chain armor just kicking around.
You don't?
I know. That does not surprise me in the slightest. And I'm like, I pick up my phone and I start recording and I send it to Steven and I'm just like, totally baffled.
You videoed like the whole house. You're like, I don't know where this could be. You're like,
yeah. I have no idea.
You even went outside.
I went
check if something-
outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there a truck out here dropping a bunch of chains for some reason? It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, why, who, what, where, but that happened.
The Knights of Aurelia. Or what's the Cumberland Beach. The Knights of Cumberland Beach. Honestly, sounds cool.
It does. So I don't know what it was. I'm very interested to find out.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So the fact that Mo's heard it and it woke him up too.
Yeah.
And he was acting like someone was in the house, which I was like, shit, should I be concerned someone is in the house?
Oh.
But no, it was nothing. I have no idea what it was. Not weird.
It is weird.
Yeah. And then I started picking things up to like emulate it. No. The closest thing I found was like a set of my keys in like the dish.
That's a specific sound too, though.
And
like,
also, how are my keys being picked up? Then?
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Even if it was that, like,
how are my keys being picked
they
up?
were lying in a dish, not hanging up.
Correct.
So
it's not, and they weren't like on something that like, oh, it could have fallen.
Yeah,
they're in a dish, sitting there. So, that's that.
Spooky.
But I can't wait to have you up and we can check things out.
We're gonna do a little ghost hunt. It's gonna be great.
So yeah, there you go. This is my personal one.
I love it.
You got another one?
I think I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is from the same site. I
Love
figured
it.
there's some good ones in here.
Absolutely.
So I figured why not?
Thank you to these people who wrote them into the Travel Channel.
Ritz them in. Okay, so this one is called "It Came for Us in the Graveyard."
That's enough to freak me out.
And
right
we've
there.
done some graveyard
We
stuff.
sure have. We tried to find one last night.
We did.
Weirdly,
I don't recall seeing any in Kitchener.
so weird. So weird.
No one dies.
No one dies.
Okay. We were driving my friend's really old, beat-up Subaru through a massive graveyard. We stopped and walked down a hill and came across a little pond. There was someone sitting on a rock on the other side of the pond. The figure was all black, and we couldn't make out any features other than the fact it looked like a man who was wearing some old-style top hat.
Oh, dashing.
We stupidly waved and shouted, "Hi!" I feel like we would do that.
Oh, 1,000%.
Hey, girl!
Graveyards, am I
right? He didn't show any acknowledgement and continued sitting still on the rock. All of a sudden, he jumped to his feet, started running to us on the water, like across the pond, and then vanished into thin water about halfway on the pond. My friends and I screamed and ran back to the car.
What?
Terrifying. The car, of course, wouldn't start, and we heard something banging on the back trunk. It wasn't a constant bang, but every few seconds or so we'd hear it. Nobody was outside from what we could see in the dark, but something was making a noise on the car.
What?
I opened my phone and started dialing my mom to come give us a boost, but no service. None of us had any cell service.
Damn.
So that's kind of creepy.
That's creepy.
The next 30 minutes were spent trying to get the car started. No banging was heard afterwards, but we felt this heavy pressure around us. Finally, the car started. She hit the pedal to the metal. We sped out of the graveyard so fast, immediately crossing the gates. All of our phones regained cell service.
What?
And texts and things came in. One thing I know for certain is that someone or something was out there, and if it was not an animal, or a human.
Okay, running full tilt across the water.
Right?
I think I would pass away.
Yeah.
I would just
like you could explain it off if they like ran around the pond.
Sure.
Or like you could say that was a human or a homeless person or someone trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
But the fact that he ran across the water.
Damn. That's
creepy.
That's creepy. The car and the rain, not rain. Rain is part of my story. The car made me think of yet another surprise, personal ghost story.
I love it.
I feel like these ones that I've found will just be for another day. So that's creepy, wild. Things with cars happen a lot.
A lot.
And the idea is that like the power is sucked from them.
Yeah.
Because like the spirits
like
are taking...
feeding on the energy or the electricity.
Correct. That's why EMF detectors are a thing, right? So, this is when I was still living at my haunted house.
Okay.
And I was driving the sexiest car.
Mm.
It was a 2001 Ford Taurus, maroon in color. I know.
Tandem engine.
Yes.
The Taurus used to be my dream car because I'm a Taurus. I was like, oh my God, it was meant to be.
That's why I thought it was awesome
you had
too.
It too. You know, we don't have expensive taste, guys. Taurus is our dream car.
I thought it was the shit. I was like, And did you remember the one time like cops drove that car?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm pretty cool, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty cool.
I also feel like I wanted a Sunfire just because the name
Everybody
sounded
wanted
cool.
a Sunfire. Yeah. So there I am.
I know cars.
There I am in my 2001 Ford Taurus.
Yep.
Maroon. Great sound system.
Mm.
Factory, but like that stereo was great. Anyway.
Love.
And I'm driving from Flamborough down the hill. You know, remember where I don't think it was a Pioneer. Maybe it was a Pioneer. It was like as if you were going to your old work and that gas station on the left,
like
before Spencer Creek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I pull in there. I think it was a Pioneer. Anyway, irrelevant. Pull in. It was pouring rain. Okay. So I've traveled from Flamborough, like Highway 5 and Brock Road area, which if you're not from Flamborough, I'm realizing, it's like, I'm going to say a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
It's above the valley and you are slowly making your way down number 8 into Dundas. Drive all the way through Dundas. I stopped at numerous red lights all through town, pouring rain. And
Spooky.
my gas light goes off like as I'm coming into the valley. So I was like, oh, like throw her in neutral. Cause like the thing with that car is if you did not have gas, you had 8 seconds to get gas. Okay. So throw it in neutral, rolling down the hill, trying to conserve as much gas as possible. Whatever. I get to the town, put it back in drive. I'm like, please don't make me walk in this pouring rain.
Yeah.
I make it to the gas station. Woo! I get out. I go to the back of the car.
Okay.
To push the little thing, the gas cap.
Yeah.
To unscrew the actual cap. I stopped dead in my tracks because there is a dry handprint on the back of my car.
Ooh.
Not a word of... I have a photo. I have a photo of it. I will find it. I will post it.
Yes.
It is a huge, distinct handprint on the back of my car where my gas goes.
That's weird.
And you can see in the photo, the car is soaking wet.
Yeah.
And it is a dry handprint.
Okay, devil's advocate.
Hit me with it.
Someone could have been, have their hand resting there. It could have been like an oily hand or something was on the hand and it was put there before it started raining. And then because whatever was on the hand, had that covered, the rain wasn't sticking to it.
Expels the water. I could see it.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, I do come from a family of people who like to, take apart engines, etc.
Yeah.
So could have absolutely been a thing.
Or a ghost. Dun, dun, dun.
Catching a ride from Flamborough to Dundas. But either way, creepy.
Just seeing that alone would be
I stood there in the rain and was like, I don't know what to do.
You could have at least filled the gas while you were back here.
Exactly. God, here I am so poor as well. Mind you, gas was what? I think to fill it, it was $22
those
back
were the
then.
days.
We don't know how. And meanwhile, we're like, what? 80 cents for gas? This is bullshit. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. Pretty wild, right?
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's another ghost story that I have.
Love it.
So being mindful of time.
Yes.
Do you want to share one more, or what
I'll
do you
share
think?
one more.
Yeah?
I think there's a few fairly short ones on here.
Okay, and maybe I'll do one more too because it's actually about another summer. It's a personal story as well.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay, there's two. You pick which one. These are very short. I haven't read these ones yet, so it'll be a surprise for both. So there's Hell Hath No Fury Like a Woman Scorned.
Love it already.
Or Death Came for Him.
Oh, gee.
They're both short. I could read both.
Let's do both.
Okay. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. After we moved into our home, we were told a woman had died there at the hands of her abusive husband. She hated men. My dad...
Preach, girl!
Preach, girl. My dad would wake up with scratches all over himself. And whenever my brother was mean to my sister or I, he would have scratches on him as well. One day, my brother hurt our sister. He had hit her or something. When he woke up later that night, he had a horrible bloody nose.
Oh.
The day we moved out, my brother accidentally broke my twin's arm.
Oh my God.
Trying out a wrestling move. Ugh. He swore that he would have died that night if it wasn't our last in the house.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Creepy, scary. Also, this guy sounds like a complete douche.
Yeah. Brothers, am I right?
Oh my God. Although, like, my brother and I, we would never physically want to try and maim each other, like breaking someone's arm. That's wild.
I feel like my brothers and I would.
Your side eye just like, the darting of the eyes as I said that.
It's funny because I was the oldest, but like, there were times where I was scared of my brothers.
Sure.
They were bigger than me.
Sure. It happens. It happens.
And I'm a baby. I was like, oh no.
Don't hit me. Well, that was creepy. Creepy.
Right?
What's the death comes for him?
Okay. Death came for him.
So sorry.
I was standing in my parents' room, talking to my very sick dad at the time.
Oh.
He was dying of stage 4 esophageal cancer.
Oh my God.
That's rough. I got the feeling that something was behind me. I looked towards the doorway to the living room, and something about 4'6" and fully black is peeking around the corner.
Nope.
With its hands on the door frame.
Nope.
We've talked about this. Terrifying. I ran towards it. Bigger balls than me.
Way.
And it slipped back around the door.
Oh, God.
Ooh, shivers. When I go outside the doorway, there was nothing. My dad was completely confused when I stepped back inside the room to tell him. People who stayed at my house in my dad's final days claimed to have seen it. Everyone who stayed claimed to see this thing.
Damn.
My mom saw the figure on multiple occasions in multiple different places until he passed away.
Oh.
We haven't seen it since.
Ugh. Creepy. What do you think it was? What do you think it was?
I mean, could it be death? Harbinger of death?
Could it be an angel? Could it be an alien coming to take the soul away?
Could be.
So many things,
So
party people.
many options.
We have explored many different options. What do you think it was?
What do you
party
think
people?
it was?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow figures, man.
Oh,
no.
they're creepy.
I know I'm talking a lot about myself right now, but
I love it.
having a basement now, because
Yeah.
for 10 years I didn't.
Yeah.
The stairway down is right when you walk in the house.
Okay.
I do everything I can not to look down there when I first walk in my home.
Mm-hmm.
And when I try it, like, that is my biggest fear.
There's
is
just
seeing
something about a
something.
basement, too.
Oh, God. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's quite something.
There we go.
Okay, so this one, my final sort of like ghost story, while I said it earlier that it was kind of personal, it's kind of not. I was there.
Okay.
I went to this place.
I was present.
So has anyone heard of the Royal York Hotel?
Of course.
Right? The Fairmont Royal York in Toronto. So I stayed there.
You did.
In August for my blank show. Because partially I was like, maybe they stayed at this very swanky place and can I meet them? Like, that's a little stalkerish. However.
Are we shocked?
Listen. It also was like totally a chance situation because I used Hotwire.
Yes.
Right? Not a plug, not an ad. Which I don't know if you know this, party people, but if you use Hotwire, it gives you the vicinity of where you're going to stay, and then it says like it could be this, or this.
Yes.
So I booked unknowing what hotel it actually would be, and it turned out to be like the swankiest place.
Love it.
So I had never been in there before. Have you ever been in there?
I've never been in.
Oh my God.
You sent me a bunch of videos.
It's
gorgeous.
It's incredible. It's over 100 years old. It has seen kings, queens, members of parliament, prime ministers, presidents, people who we actually care about as opposed to all the people I just listed. Celebrities, you know, like it has seen some people.
So clearly haunted.
Oh, do you remember me walking around being like, this is the Overlook Hotel from The Shining?
Yeah.
Like, there are ballrooms everywhere. There's
love
pictures
it.
of people from like the 20s that are like cheersing the photo, like a la the Overlook Hotel photo.
Yeah, you sent that big one.
Yes.
It was literally the picture from...
Yes. So I go to my blank show.
Yeah.
And like when I knew I was staying at the hotel, obviously I was like, oh my God, it's haunted. So I read up about like a couple of stories. Anyways, I go to my show, had the best time, come back. I went out with a couple new people I met. Very, very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I get back. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, you know what would be a great thing to do is find some ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So I wandered around.
Yeah.
And I took videos for Steven.
It was great.
I went to all these different like levels and different mezzanines because there's like balconies that overlook the main hotel, which is so beautiful in itself.
Next time we're in Toronto, I want to go on.
We just need to go in.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Walked all around up there, saw no one, like it was so creepy and weird. Found the ballroom that's supposed to be the most haunted, could not go in, it was locked.
Ugh, of course.
I know, so annoying. But I tried to like listen, I didn't hear anything, but apparently you can hear parties. Like the staff have said you can hear parties going when it's like clearly locked and closed.
So cool.
The next morning, I got up and I decided I'm going to check out a couple of different floors. So here's where the stories come in. There are multiple accounts about floors 8 and 9.
Yes.
Where people will say, or someone will call the front desk and say, you know, I'm very annoyed with the children who are running up and down the halls screaming and laughing. And
fucking children, man.
Oh, God. Ooh. And the front desk people will always say, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's, you know, there are no children running up and down the halls. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you know, like they won't come out and say this is a ghost story, but it just, they say like, this isn't in fact happening. So guests are always like, are you effing kidding me? It's happening. I hear it. But that is what's happening. It's ghostly children that people are hearing running up and down the halls.
So cool.
So crazy. And there was a story. Let me tell you, I asked a bunch of hotel workers while I was there. None of them can say if this is in fact true. I can't find if this is true online. I've done a lot of searching. All of this is legend at this point. Okay. Mm-hmm. But there was this story. Another infamous sighting in this hotel is a man in like a purple or like maroon waistcoat.
Okay.
Very like old bellhop costume.
Love that. Okay.
And he's got gray hair, and all he does is walk up and down the halls.
Ooh.
And there are many different stories of people, or like actually one said, I heard children running up and down the hall, so I went and peeped out the door, which is so something I would do.
Of course.
And the man in the purple waistcoat walked by. And he had like crazy gray hair. So this person was like, I whipped open the door to be like, tell these kids to shut up.
Yeah.
And no one was there. The kids stopped laughing. There's no running, and the man just disappeared.
Creepy.
Right?
Creepy.
So naturally I go looking for him.
Of course.
Obviously. Couldn't find anything, don't feel anything, don't see anything. But let me tell you, that hotel is silent.
Which is weird.
Silent. Like, I went to several different floors.
Yeah.
Walked all around. You can't hear anything. It is just like a maze of walls and doors.
I love it.
And then I went up to like the penthouse. I tried to get to floor 19, which I think is one of the haunted places. And they made it into this like swanky place. Remember I told you? And I was like, you get off the hotel floor and it's immediately like there are people standing there to kind of stop you. And they're like, hi, can we help you? I'm like, I'm not going to lie. And here I am in like a blink shirt and shorts. Yeah. And I'm like, I heard this place was haunted. And the girl was great. She could not have been nicer. She's like, this is actually like day 3 of me being here. So I have no information for you. But she gave me a tour. She gave me a tour of like that whole little like lobby area. She's like, you can like look around the lobby area, but I can't have you walking up and down the hallways. I'm like, I get it. Like, of course. I tried to go the very tippy top, like the executive floors. Yeah. I couldn't do it. Remember? I panicked. I took that video. Right. So I get in the lobby elevator and I hit the button and the doors closed, but it just stayed there. And I panicked a little bit.
You did that multiple times.
I tried so many times.
Yeah.
But couldn't do it. It wouldn't go.
Because you probably need like the key card scanner to
I would
get to
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. But because like my key could get to any other floor but that one.
It's funny, as I'm watching the videos as they come in, I'm like, the security guards watching the cameras must be like, who is this crazy blink bitch just roaming the halls, filming
Walking
and talking
around,
to herself?
Like 1,000. I fully expected people, because like hotels don't like that shit, right? They don't like that investigators come.
Yeah.
Not that I'm an investigator, but like I was.
We will be one day.
We will be. I was waiting for somebody to be like, "Ma'am, you need to stop." So, all that to say, I didn't see anything. I didn't experience anything, but like I stayed there. It was awesome. It was cool. I will do it again.
I love it.
We need to like fully go and spend like a night really trying to find something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that wasn't very exciting, but
I love it. Cool. It was cool. I wish we could somehow record our upcoming seance.
Oh, yeah. Should we give a shout out?
Yeah.
Okay. Every single year, Steve and I go to James White Seance Experience. It's amazing.
We've talked about
We have talked about James, yeah. But right now, get your tickets.
Yeah.
Get your tickets. James White. It's JAYMES. James Mansfield's the first thing that comes up. I love that. So James White Entertainment. So jameswhite.com. Again, JAYMES white.com. The Stanley Garrison seance is happening, and this building looks insane.
It does. I'm pumped.
I am really, really excited. It sells out every single year. Steven and I will be going.
Yeah.
We are so excited. James White is a paranormal mentalist.
Yes.
So lots of fun and spooky things happen. He's been doing it is this like his 8th or 9th?
It's been like quite a few
while.
years.
Yeah.
And we've done what, like 5 of them?
Yeah. This might be our 5th year.
I think so.
Yeah. Because we did the online one too during COVID.
Yes, that's right.
And if nothing else, such a cool, fun time.
Just a fun, spooky, Halloween-y event.
Oh my God. And like mind-blowing. James White is incredible at what he does.
Yeah.
And he's the nicest man.
Oh, he's so sweet.
He always remembers us, which is so cool. So, I don't remember where I was going with that, but
we're doing it.
We're doing it.
So even if we can't like record it as like a podcast episode, which I don't think we will be able to do, but we'll make sure to do some like videos, some like us roaming the building.
Stay tuned to our Instagram. We can't use our phones in it. But we can do before. No, he always says no phones. No. We can't film we're in it.
That's true. No. I've seen people do it. Maybe that's why, and they're breaking the rules.
Yeah, we get angry.
Thought, true.
Anyway, but we'll film before and after.
Yes.
And maybe we'll share some clips of like what he has released in the past. But you guys should get tickets.
100%.
Should we say when we're going in case people want to come?
Sure. Why not?
We're going Friday, October 25th. That's 7:15 showing. Showing. It's not a movie. Experience. If you want to go. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll see you there. Well, Steven, should we wrap this one up?
I think so.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening to Weirdos of Whimsy. We will be back again soon.
Woo!
Promise this time.
Promise. Honestly, we've missed it, and we're excited to get back into it all.
Yeah. With another episode that guides you through the weird and whimsical journey that is our brains. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Weirdos of Whimsy Pod. Watch that space for updates and release dates and other treats and delectable morsels. Say goodbye, Stevie.
Goodbye, Stevie.
And as always, big gulp say, well,
see you later.